can move you, it can move you to tears. Beautiful melody that tickles my ears. Don't think of heaven or a God in the sky. My soul will sing forever when I die. Oh, enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Does chaos rule? Does order reign? Depends on whom you choose to blame. Designed it all but was left to chance. Create, destroy with just one glance. Enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. I'll walk around a mile in your shoes if you won't be afraid to lend me yours to use. And hold your tongue before you accuse a friend for cheating if you lose. Enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Does chaos rule? Does order reign? Depends on whom you choose to blame. Designed it all but was left to chance. Create, destroy with just one glance. Oh, enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Why will they never ever feel your pain? Why do they fear that we're all the same? Transparent skull, you can see my brain, and we'll all get wet if it should ever rain. Oh, enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Does chaos rule? Does order reign? Depends on whom you choose to blame. Designed it all but was left to chance. Create, destroy with just one glance. Enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see.
In a minute, kids, we welcome you to the 63rd episode of Colossal Champion Wrestling Titans, live from the inside of the Colossal Museum here in Auckland, New Zealand, and we are about to witness the Open Challenge for the Men's First Blood Championship for the final time this season. And here comes the man who's answering the challenge. Baron Gotchinami, the kick demon, death by 1,000 kicks personified, himself has arrived. Well, Fearon has not had a great season thus far, but he's looking to turn it around. Hopefully for himself can pull off an upset, but whether or not that occurs remains to be seen. Baron Gotchinami is, well, if I pull up his win-loss record, he is currently 0-9. I think it is mathematically impossible for anyone else to, like, oh, actually, no, there are three people, that could lose 2 more matches in the season, whilst Jared Wolf could win 2 more matches this season. And that would lead to Jared Wolf not being the singular worst person roster point loss wise, but someone could go to -12, he could go to -11. But that's about the only way we see a point swing that pulls him off of the bottom of the pile. Here comes our first blood champion in the men's division. He's got that championship proudly around his waist, does Furman. The soft-spoken assassin, the anomaly himself. His first piece of singles gold, I think. He's been a tag champ alongside Tarrant before. Now he's here and looking to cement himself as a singles guy here in CCW. Let's throw it down to the ring for the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the competitors. First to my right, the challenger. Fighting out of the red corner, wing into that at 263 pounds. Representing 5 Point, he is the Kick Demon, Farron Kachanami. Ladies and gentlemen, now to my left, the champion. Fighting out of the blue corner, he is your current reigning and defending CCW Men's First Blood Champion, the soft-spoken assassin, Furman. Looking down at that championship gold. He is a proud champion, that's for sure. We'll see if he can carry that belt into the new season. When we migrate over to 26, we've still got a few people we need to get, but we've got a whole suite of new competitors arriving. Hello, welcome in, Lils. Of course, contract season is up, and I don't know if we've announced it officially yet. It's been a few days since we were last live, so unfortunately, Drake Henry, Minoru Takayama, and Earl David, their officiating contracts are up at the end of the season, and they will not be returning to our services as referees in the next season, but that may not be the last we see of them here in CCW. If you catch my drift, as the First Blood Championship on the line. Oh, light tube across the back of the neck. Farron Kachanami 0-9 this season. Was his opponent the men's First Blood Champion. 3-1. This is a bit of a brutal fight erupting between these two. I don't think there's any ill will held between these two men. Both, of course, former ATWE NXT. I hesitate to say failures, but they went through the NXT system of ATWE. Farron's never really gotten into his stride. He's the first triple contracted competitor, first and only actually, across ATWE, CCW and BFC. But he's never really hit his stride inside the squared circle. The octagon he's fared a little better, but that's only a little. These two now chopping each other back and forth in exchange. Oh goodness, guillotine just rolling him away from the ropes. That's not going to help him win a match. Well, it's not going to explicitly win him the match, but it may help him wear out Farron long enough, and Farron's tapping. Whoa, the triple contract. Well, the triple contract just got tapped. Now he's getting spun around. The assassin trying to kill the career of Farron Kachanami as he goes to the top rope. Farron rolls to the outside to try and create distance, and just casually walks away from the tornado from the top. And got a steel chair. Oh my god! Spinning Fishner. Out of nowhere, the assassin draws blood. And just like that, Furman busting open Farron Kachanami, retaining his Men's First Blood Championship. He'll be holding that going into the next season, because that's the last defense that he's scheduled for, unless he gets drawn. You know what? Since we've already had Buckwheat compete twice in one night, if he gets drawn by the randomizer in the Jared Wolf Open Challenge on this event, then he will have to defend that championship again twice in one night. That's only if the randomizer blesses Jared Wolf. However, there's a chance that Jared Wolf gets him on the final show, which is our next show. In any case, we move on now as singles competition is your next bout of competition. And what about a competition this is about to be? So we pit a former World Heavyweight Champion Ryoma against stablemate of the current World Heavyweight Champion. Just in case. He blames Canada. He's got 2 pinfall victories over... What is it? Pinfall or submission? Let me just double check that. He's got 2 victories over Ryoma nonetheless. Yeah, 2 pinfall victories over Ryoma this season. 1 in the C1 Cup, 1 in the preview tag just before Sean Hunter dethroned this man. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the competitors first, grinding his way down fighting out of the red corner, weighing in tonight at 273 pounds. He is the Tiger of Kyoto, Ryoma. Well, you can see they're about to enter the ring. Ready for a fight. As I was mentioning, his opponent has 2 victories over him as of late. Of course, pinning him in the C1 Cup where he picked up 2 points. Ryoma wound up stealing the prize for the C1 Cup, which was the World Heavyweight Championship match at the end of the evening from Morgan Justice, which is where he won the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Morgan Justice is the current reigning and defending C1 Cup champion. She won the entire tournament the first time around, but ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his opponent. Currently his way down, fighting at the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 199 pounds, representing Direction X. He blames Canada, Justin Case. Well, look at him. Case, 2 pinfall victories over Ryoma. He's looking to be the final roadblock for the Tiger of Kyoto as we advance towards the Carolinas. Both North and South will be conquered once Season 4 kicks off. We've got a laundry list of places we've conquered this season. We started off with Miami. Let me just actually pull up the whole list of conquers that we've done. Started in Miami, we went to Toronto, conquered there, then Atlanta, Georgia. It was LA, we conquered Hollywood, we conquered Dallas, Texas. Alongside ATW, we conquered the world. Then we set our sights on Mexico City individually. Now we look to return to the Americas. There's the United States thereof, not just North America as a whole. We're going to conquer both North and South Carolina. Of course, it has been announced ahead of time what match stipulation that now leg hook. You are competing later on tonight. Be yourself taking on Blake Bishop, 2 of the more dominant competitors here in Titans, or in CCW, in Titans history, by former World Heavyweight Champions, looking to make their final statements of impact at the conclusion of the season. We're on the penultimate episode now, and for those watching live in attendance, we will be filming the season finale on the immediate aftermath of this, but the rings are set and applied here on Just In Case. It's a move he used to win a couple matches in the C1 Cup. He entered that tournament with one of the best win-loss records the entire season, and to be honest, it's kind of been a blight on him since Just In Case. Oh god, just exchanging strikes now. And oh god, what an overhand chop now. Grabbing hold of the wrist and maintaining the short arm chops. And Ryoma just taunting in a corner, turning his back to Just In Case, and oh my god, absorbs the blow and spikes him with the lariat. Floats him over into the pin. Disrespect by Ryoma. 1, 2, kick out by Case. Disrespect by Ryoma for sure, but I think he may have leveled up. No, Case catches it, sweeps the leg. Springboard crossbody. And he blames Canada for not getting a great start to his career on the international stage, but right now he's blaming Ryoma for cutting him down. Oh my lord, shoves him away. Oh, they're fighting back and forth, these two men. Neither man wants to give an edge. They want the final bit of momentum as they leave Season 3. Case of CCW original. The only member of Direction X to not hold gold here, I believe. At least not hold singles gold. They may have held the tag titles himself and Hunter in the second season, but... oh god! Armbar, Fujiwara armbar, cinched in, deep. And the Ryoma, oh, he was close to tapping, but Case knew it wasn't going to happen just yet, so instead, backpack, driver. Pin. And for a third time, Just In Case has pinned Ryoma. Yep, Just In Case never held gold here in CCW. But he does have a neutral win-loss record again. 14 wins, 14 losses. Most importantly, a major hurdle in the path for Ryoma. Who was actively our third best competitor on the win-loss records before this contest, but now he is dropped tied for fourth alongside Adam Rodway last night. Giant hit to the momentum of Ryoma just before he is set to challenge for the championship. So we are just going to put Jared Wolf there on the screen so that I can come along to the Hardcore Championship match randomizer from ATWE, because the Jared Wolf Open Challenge still under the randomized hardcore rules as per Fred Gondor out. CEO is still being cruel to LDI Limited, but let's generate the match and see what sort of contest he has to face tonight. A singles ladder contest has been decreed by the randomizer. We don't want run-ins. It wants Barbie out here. It wants Hugh out here. Wants a table, so we'll give you a table. And urn or sledgehammer. No, we've not seen an urn yet this season, so we'll put an urn there. Okay, so it will be Jared Wolf with Logan Drake in corner. And the randomizer says to be challenging Jared Wolf. Oh my. Well, there have been rumor and innuendo that the contract for the Black Chapel under Logan Drake is coming up. And they're answering the open challenge. I think we all know what this means. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, being accompanied to the ring by and representing the Black Chapel, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in tonight at 200 pounds, Onyx. Onyx is here. Ghostman Severus Crowley alongside him, and he's answering the Jared Wolf Open Challenge. I'm being told that inside that briefcase is a contract. That is the Black Chapel's contract. Makes you wonder, whoever gets that contract is going to decide if they are sticking with Logan Drake or not. It would seem apparent that Onyx is looking to free the Black Chapel from Logan Drake Industries Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Logan Drake, fighting at the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, representing Logan Drake Industries Limited, Jared Wolf. Absolute scenes of chaos and anarchy here in this one. Jared Wolf throwing out the open challenge, Onyx accepting it. It's a ladder match. The contract inside the briefcase above the ring is that of the Black Chapels under Logan Drake. Being told that if Onyx underhooks it, he plans to destroy that contract, free the Black Chapel from Logan Drake Industries Limited. I suppose Jared Wolf and by extension Logan Drake himself would have the decision if the Wolf can underhook the ladder or can unhook the briefcase himself. A pivotal moment here in Logan Drake Industries Limited. That could go either way. There's nothing to say that Jared Wolf Or Logan Drake rather doesn't cut the contract up himself if Jared Wolf unhooks it. After this blatant show of disloyalty by the Black Chapel, but this is a painful occurrence because Ghostmane in particular has been one of like the biggest supporters of Jared Wolf here in CCW, especially during the tough times when he was borderline put on the shelf by Nasir, well, almost had his career ended, his life ended by Nasir Al-Jalal in the backstage area with that horrific elevator door incident. Severus Crowley distracted Jared Wolf just then, and it would seem that if not Ghostmane, certainly Onyx and Severus Crowley are done with Logan Drake Industries. Ghostmane's with them right now, so the spooky troop, the Black Chapel, have all come out here together as a united front. Two ladders set up. DDT by Onyx. And he reaches for the briefcase. Jared says, no, I'm not finished with you. Logan Drake's Industries Limited. I think the Black Chapel's finished with them. Oh god, big elbow drop. And Onyx springboard moonsault crashing down on the spine. Jared Wolf trying to get to his feet. Onyx is seemingly having a break. Oh god. A breakdown is what I was going for. Mental faculties of Black Chapel perhaps have been in question since they agreed to sign up to Logan Drake Industries Limited, but Onyx proven his madness now, just going after Jared Wolf instead of ending this match. Is there beef that we didn't know about? Monkey flip onto the ladder, his head crashing off the foot of it. Grabbing hold of the briefcase. Trying to... Jared Wolf pushes over the ladder. Ooh, double axe handle to the butt. And Irish whip. Oh, into the exposed steel. I believe Ghostmane removed that red turnbuckle pad on the top. And Onyx is the one to pay for it. Off the ropes. Lariat. Oh god, head bouncing off of the rungs of the ladder. Jared Wolf up top. A table being grabbed by Onyx, set up on the outside. Jared Wolf is about to unhook the briefcase. Logan Drake tried to grab Onyx. And uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Jared Wolf just dangling. Oh, God, his hand slipped free. Oh, God, springboard got out the way, though. Oh, God, that leg is dangerous. Oh, Onyx was very lucky that Jared Wolf was merciful there, because he could have snapped his leg in half if he so desired. But there it is, small package driver. STF, he's like, why man, why? Bulldog choke, STF, and Onyx forced to tap out, but Jared, this isn't one of those sorts of matches. You need to climb the ladder, you need to unhook that briefcase. Trying to wipe the face paint Well, the ladder set up. Jared doesn't think Onyx is going to stay down long enough, so from the top, calling Onyx to his feet. Double axe handle crowns him. Now he's put Onyx down for good. He's going to climb the ladder. He's going to grab that briefcase. He's going to unhook it. He's going to hand the contract to Logan Drake, and Logan Drake is going to tear it up. Unfortunate day for fans of LDI Limited. Uh-oh. Just leaving him to dangle, and oh my god, Logan Drake says no, get back in there, save Jared. Oh, landed on top of Onyx was Jared. I think Onyx was about to go have words with Logan Drake. He says no, focus on the match. Chops. Flash whip into the ropes. Oh god, hip top neckbreaker on the ladder. Up top. Oh god, Jared is on the ladder. He's rolled off of it thankfully, but Hakarana. Front flipping Hakarana, god damn. Stomps the hand and the wrist. And ascending the ladder now. Trying to grab a hold of the briefcase Onyx now. To secure freedom for the Black Chapel. Onyx just about has it free. Just about has it loose. Jared Wolf getting kicked in the face. But Onyx managing to unhook the briefcase. Just like that, the Black Chapel are no longer Logan Drake Industries Limited affiliated. A sad day for Jared Wolf because he is just now guaranteed that it is numerically impossible for him to not be at the bottom of the pile. He has one more match this season. Will he go 15-30 or will he be 16-29? Crowd not exactly happy about it. Black Chapel freed themselves. Now we're looking towards season 4. Where they're going to reclaim their own glory, their own way. Move on from that to tag team competition. Or at least we'll try to. But we'll crash again because the enshittification of 2K25, because they want you to buy 2K26, is still imminent. We're actually now going to move on to a competitor who has been just like theoretically linked. You know how fantasy booking happens online? There's a particular man who's been linked with the Black Chapel. Whether or not he actually gets his time in the sun with them, or in the shadows as it were. Suppose we'll have to find out in the future, but not talking about the high-flying misfit Iggy Warp. No, I'm talking about his tag team partner, Lance Knight. Set for tag team competition here against the Battleflies. And what will be the last appearances for all 4 of these competitors? No, not, excuse me, the Triforce are set for the main event of the season finale. So the final appearances for Lance Knight and Iggy Warp, provided that Jared Wolf doesn't have his challenge answered by either of them. But ladies and gentlemen, the contest is a tag team bout, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, currently their way down, now fighting at the red corner, the team of the high-flying misfit, Iggy Warp, and your current ready inventing Martial Mayhem champion, Lance Knight. Well, both wearing those masks, both with Knight's face paint on, as well as the shirt of Iggy Warp. Unusual alliance that is sparked between these two. After battering one another in the Martial Mayhem, they got quite far into our tag title tournament. This alliance has continued even over in ATWE for that matter, against the Sacktown Outlaws, I believe. But, ladies and gentlemen, now, introducing their opponents. Currently making their way down, now fighting at the blue corner, wing in tonight. At a top weight of 443 pounds, North, Seymour White, the Battleflies. Set to be part of the final contest of Season 3. The Battleflies making their way towards the ring. The most recent victim of Seymour White was Kirai Shimoto. He is still in a neck brace here in CCW because of the pile driver on the concrete, but unfortunately for them, whilst they may have taken another neck, they did not take the World Class Tag Team Championship from Stagnation, who will be in the main event of tonight's show. Say all four of them team up against Joseph Aranaki, Darren Murphy, and the Sacktown Outlaws. Iggy Warp starting off for the red corner. North starting for the blue. Referee rings the bell, and we are underway. Drop kick. Straight into the bin. This could be it. Springboard. Oh, spinning 47 off the springboard. Rumor has it that we had been intending to get every single former champion of CCW history, especially from Season 3, to be re-signed for Season 4 at some point or other, but Fred Gondrel says, nah, screw that. So only a select few of the competitors will make it through to Gate 1. Of course, the Battleflies, Lance Knight, Iggy Warp, all four of these competitors are aimed to be returned here to keep their competitive streaks going, and Swanton there by Lance Knight. Off the ropes, drop kick. Contract negotiations been firmly underway. Fred Gondrel has been putting a lot of effort into it. And not many people like Fred, but they respect his business acumen, his eye for talent, and the ability to just put on a good show. So, sure, there's a lot of nepotism accusations hurled towards him. I mean, his own brother is the openweight champion. He's the tag champ. Stablemate Kayla Turner's the women's first blood champ. Whether or not that stays the case, we'll find out on the next show, because she's set to defend against Tiffany Price on the final episode. Leaps out to the tag. Seymour White grabs a hold here of Lance Knight. Into the corner. Tag. Ooh. Punch to the midsection. He was looking to fly, but he changed his mind, did Iggy? North could regret that. North, the only mononym competitor out here right now. I've got that going for him. Also, anyone not having weight with the face paint on. Primarily white face paint, that is. And the only one with the top, so they're very distinct tonight compared to the rest of their competitors. But, oh god, that springboard tornado again, just flinging themselves across the ropes towards Iggy Warp. And now, calling. Oh, handstand lariat. Showing off their flexibility, their agility. One. Broken up by last night. Bringing him to his feet and into the corner. North looking for the tag. Here comes Simo White. Trapping Iggy Warp in the ropes. And Simo just casually, lackadaisically even, walks around the outside, kicks the knee. I don't mind going after someone's legs, but the throat and the neck is primarily where he goes. Just pointed down at Iggy, said, nah, you ain't getting across the ring, I'm gonna dive on you. Leg hooked. 1, 2, 3, off of his own North Star Splash variant. Simo White putting down Iggy Warp. Battleflies carrying momentum towards the finale of Season 3. Well, that does mean we are in for our final singles contest of the evening next. And what a contest it's gonna be. Welcome in, Snap. Well, the good news is, you hear the music, so you know the result. There's also been a revelation of sorts. The Jared Wolf Open Challenge, we randomized the match type. It was a ladder match and, well, the challenge was answered. Was answered by Onyx. And Jared Wolf, Onyx wound up fighting. Inside the briefcase was the Black Chapel's contract to LDI Limited. Onyx unhooked it, and I can confirm for you now that it has been put through a shredder. Backstage, Lone Drake Industries Limited has lost the Black Chapel. Now we move on to the final singles contest of this episode. The penultimate episode of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, climbing her way down the aisle, being accompanied to the ring by Red Dawn, representing Demolition Dollhouse, fighting out of the red corner. She is 1/3 of the world Trios Champions, Veronica Showtime! And what is about to be a monumental match. Two former World Heavyweight Champions, two of the most dominant competitors in CCW history. Veronica Showtime set to face off against the first true Triple Crown of CCW. Of course, both Siffy and Lucia Belova are technically Triple Crown holders. Belova with the Trios Openweight and World Class Tag Team Championships. Siffy with the Marshall Mayhem World Class Tag Team Championship and Men's First Blood Championship. However, Blake Bishop, the only individual to hold 3 CCW championships, to get a true CCW exclusive Triple Crown, that being Men's First Blood, the World Heavyweight, and most recently the World Class Tag Team Championships. He only needs one more championship to complete the Grand Slam. This is Blake Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing her opponent, currently makes his way down the aisle, fighting out of the blue corner, being accompanied to the ring by Caleb Adams, weighing in tonight at 228 pounds, Blake Bishop! What could very well be the last appearance for either of these competitors in Season 4, unless either of them answer the Jared Wolf Open Challenge on the next episode. What a way to go out fighting against another of the toughest competitors. Iron sharpens iron. Blake Bishop, Veronica Showtime set to clash here. Atlanta's finest Blake Bishop taking on Veronica Showtime. Here we go. Turns him around. Waistlock applied. Manages to break the grip. Waistlock of his own now. Turn around and... dear Lord. Oh, snap now. Chin lock. Locked in. Ooh. Hammerlock applied. A slower technical start here between these two competitors, both veterans in ATWE. Blake Bishop has competed since Season 2 here at CCW. Veronica Showtime only making her debut this season. Has been a monumental force since her arrival here. 9% sure she didn't compete in Season 2, but I'm not going to fact check. Oh my god, gets right across the ring by Bishop though. Collar and elbow once more. Overpowering Bishop sends him against the ropes, and ref gonna ask for a clean break. Will we get it? No, Blake Bishop, throat chop. Earl David not impressed, neither are Red Dawn, but Blake Bishop does not care. Springboard frog splash to the small of the back now, floats her over into the pin, and a disrespectful cover lateral press, kick out by Showtime. Springboard moonsault now. Blake gets caught the kick. Off the ropes, ducked down. Floats him around into the neck breaker. She's on the apron. Oh, senton! Crashing down on the smaller spine. Bishop had to create some distance, but gets caught the kick there, the forearm and a punch to the midsection before the knee lift, and uh-oh, to the back of the head, the boot. Or rather the heel crashing down on the cranium. Kick in the corner, Blake Bishop on the defensive. Needs to change things if he wants any chance of turning it around. And Alicia Belova just removed the turnbuckle pad. German suplex there by Showtime and Swanton. She's going up to the top rope. This could only mean bad things for Blake Bishop. He tries to escape to the outside. And oh god, managing to create just enough distance. Veronica Showtime eats shit on the outside. Needs crashing down on the concrete. Back inside the ring we go. The knees of Veronica Showtime are compromised. You can see her just clutching at them as she tries to get way back to her feet. A springboard drop kick. Just about took her face off with it. And now goes straight after the knees with the bow and arrow stretch. Oh god. Painful, painful maneuver. Veronica Showtime though reverses the momentum, kick out before the counter one. DDT. Holds her in her tracks. Now just, oh god, punching right across the face. Uh-oh, she needs to watch out for the fast ball punch. But, oh, leg hooked. Lucia Belova distracting referee, oh David. Veronica Showtime getting pinned by Blake Bishop, but Lucia Belova has the referee distracted. She kicks out before the count of one. Crowd chanting 5 forever. I mean, we don't have a time limit, but I don't think Blake Bishop wants this to go much longer. And oh, Belova entering the ring. Referee immediately getting her out of there, but dear lord. Lucia Belova is livid. Oh my god, oh, went for the double knees himself and gets nothing but the mat. And now, Showtime, snapmare. Uh-oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, you man. Leg hooks. 1, 2, kick out. Oh, that would have been generational if that was how you won. Showtime kiss, or Mayrain's kiss, I believe. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Bad place to be. What goes up must come down. Blake Bishop getting put down with the minute to midnight. (20-13), with the sole exception of Angus Wyatt, who is nigh on impossible to catch unless you had 10 matches and you won every one of them, or if he had 5 matches and you had 5 matches and you beat him. There's no way anyone was going to catch Angus Wyatt, who's currently 26-9. But Veronica Showtime, not a bad way to wrap up the season. 20-13. I believe she's only the second person to make it to 20 victories as well. Blake Bishop 14-14 now. Both competitors entering this contest were on 13 losses, but only one would get to keep that. In the end, Veronica Showtime, minute to midnight, put down Blake Bishop. Demolition Dollhouse going to, Demolition Dollhouse going to celebrate. As they look towards Twitch Mania, they do not know who they're defending the World Trios Championships against. But we do know who the ATWE World Tag Team Championships will be defended against by Stagnation. It won't be against the former champions, the Sacktown Outlaws, even though they are in this particular contest. No, they will be defending it against the other half of the what they're facing against, which is Joseph Anarchy, Darren Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event of the evening. And it is an 8-person tag team bout scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the competitors first, climbing their way down now, fighting at the red corner, the team of Jeffrey Evingham and T-Dog, the Sacktown Outlaws. Well, in a bit of a shambolic situation, there was notes being passed around like school children, and the commentary areas and the backstage areas of ATWE led to stagnation versus Sacktown Outlaws, championship for championship, title for title. The CCW World Class Tag Team titles and the ATWE World Tag titles were put on the line at the same time. Sacktown Outlaws, unfortunately for themselves, came up short. And in their second reign as the champs, they did not successfully defend the titles. So, Jeffrey off the card for Twitchmania. T-Dog going to be challenging the Marshall Mayhem Championship using his rematch clause finally at Twitchmania. But the only reason that stagnation were allowed that title v title situation was because this man, air quotes, eliminated Fred Gondrel from the #1 contendership match when his shoulders weren't pinned to the mat or to the stairs. One shoulder was off the stairs, one shoulder was on it. They weren't pinned down properly. And Fred, he raised hell about it. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their tag team partners first. Currently makes way down now, also fighting out of the red corner, wing in tonight at 215 pounds, Joseph Anarchy. The longest reigning world heavyweight champion in CCW history. Former two-time champion, no, not a two-time champion, excuse me, that's only Henry and Blake and Sean. One of the most dominant champions in the history, led the Anarchy Club to glory day, all held gold under his leadership. So we've yet to see Joe Garcia, Jesse Woodward, or Eddie Natola return. Bloody unlikely to see them return because Jesse Woodward was made by Matt. Don't think he's got 26. Eddie Natola was made by me. I'm not recreating him. And Joe Garcia was just a random person I downloaded off the CC Creation Suite. So good luck on that guy still being around. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their final partner, currently makes his way down the aisle. You can't kill him, Darren Murphy. This is going to be an interesting battle. Red team fighting out the red corner versus the black and orange team. Two former Stagnation members in the red corner tonight, Darren Murphy and Jeffrey Evingham. though both were under duress. Once upon a time during the both under their duress. Jeffrey was forced in against his will thanks to his brother Josh. Darren Murphy he rallied the entire ATWE roster against Stagnation back when it was majorly inflated. It had about 20 people in it. We had an entire pay-per-view. It was Star vs Stagnation. And the concept of the pay-per-view was if Team Star, or Team ATWE if you will, won more matches that night, then Stagnation would disband. But if it went the other way around, then Darren Murphy would have to join Stagnation, and well, they're still around, so we can tell you how that one went. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their opponents. Currently making their way down, they are fighting at the blue corner, weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 872 pounds. The team of the CCW Women's First Blood Champion, Kayla Turner, the ATW World Class Tag Team and ATW World Tag Team and CCW World Class Tag Team Champions, Fred Gondrol and Kira Shimoto, and the Conqueror, the ATWE World Champion Sotelo. This is Stagnation! 4 championships, 6 championship belts, 4 dominant competitors, and thankfully this is the one entrance in this game, the one 4-person entrance glitched in, like I've got Destin Puerto Rican Punishment Brigade with it as well. This is the only one that actually works in 4v4 competition. The other two don't. I completely forgot about that. I was expecting them to just come out to like the Hurt Business. But no. Stagnation coming out triumphant one final time. Maybe the last time that they hold this much gold, because Twitch Mania is coming up. Kayla Turner looking to become the Revolution Champion to join Key and Fred as a dual champ. Sotelo looking to defend against Daydreamer. And of course, Darren Murphy, Joseph Anarchy will be challenging Fred and Key for the ATWE World Tag Championships, if not the CCW World Class. So there's going to be at least 2 championships around their waist coming out of Twitch Mania, but that could be the only 2. Because Kayla could lose the Women's First Blood Championship in the Revolution Championship match, because it is an all-female field for that ladder match. So she could get busted open at any time and could fail to bust open whoever holds the championship by the end of the match. And oh my god, evasion there by T-Dog. Jeffrey Evingham, I guess, could answer the open challenge, the hardcore championship match. He could enter that, but it is entirely possible that every single competitor in this match will have gold coming out of Twitch Mania. Joseph and Darren beat Stagnation for the ATW World Tag titles. Marshall Mayhem Championship returns to Mr. Marshall Mayhem. Jeffrey wins the hardcore title. Kayla either wins the Revolution Championship or simply doesn't lose the First Blood, and Sotelo retains against Daydreamer. Then all 8 of these competitors could be champs coming out of Twitch Mania, but that is in the future. Right now we're focusing on this war of sorts between these 8 competitors. One fall to a finish. Jeffrey Evingham hyping up the front row. Like, hell yeah, guys, hell yeah. Darren Murphy undefeated here in CCW, and he's looking to keep that up. Pinning the former World Heavyweight Champion of CCW. The current ATWE World Champion. Sotelo, Anarchy, Bishop, Veronica Showtime, I believe, are the only people to hold World Championships in both companies. This singles world gold. The other champions include Ryoma, Sean Hunter, That's about it, actually. Oh, Henry Allen as well. No countouts, of course, and Minoru Takayama just going to wait for Sotelo to get back into the ring. Two former Martial Mayhem champions locking horns here. Of course, Stagnation have had a just standout year these last 12 months. Sotelo's been a dual champ. Well, not a dual champ, but he's held Martial Mayhem Gold. He's held World Heavyweight Championship Gold. He's been a hardcore champion of major regard. So is Joseph Anarchy. Fred and Key both having held Revolution Championship. Key held the World Championship that Sotelo currently holds. Kayla Turner was the Women's World Champ of ATWE, a dual champ at the same time. Of course, both Fred and Key having been a triple champion this year. Both held the Revolution Championship. Both currently the World Class Tag Team and ATWE World Champions. Trying to recall if there's been any other bits of gold that they've held. Big power bomb. Oh, big knee there by Anarchy. He's someone that's been fighting Stagnation all year long. They were trying initially to recruit him. Beginning of HWE's return, he was the inaugural Revolution Champion, thanks to Sotelo just blatantly refusing to knock down a ladder in that inaugural Revolution Championship ladder match. They tried recruiting him there. They tried quite a few times to get him to join them, but every time he refused, he in fact joined up with the Nation to fight them in War Games, but unfortunately for them, Siffy cost in the match. Veronica Showtime would wind up getting cooed by Siffy, who would kick out herself and Olivia Markov, returning Nasir Al-Jalal to the fold. Joseph Anarchy stood firm and remained independent of Stagnation. Tagging in Joseph Anarchy, tagging in Darren Murphy, and oh my god, powerhouses combined. Oh, Lariat ducking down. Sacktown Outlaws each trying to take a pot shot at Fred, but he was ducked down. And uh-oh, sleeper hold, cinched in on Darren Murphy. Can't kill him, but you might be able to put him to sleep. No, it's not going to work, so Fred relinquishing it. T-Dog in the ring. Doesn't matter because Fred pop up. Oh, right sky high. Here comes Key. Neck brace and all. Rumor has it his neck will be recovered in time for Twitch Mania. We've got 3 CEOs here in this match. All 3 of them having unsuccessfully challenged against Angus White for the Openweight Championship. Oh. Springboard, dropkick, no. Oh, spinning heel kick, no. Catching Darren Murphy, and uh-oh, Jeffrey calling for the tag behind Key. I don't think Living Legends aware. Big boot. Uh-oh. Ta-da! Going after Nick is Jeffrey Evingham. He's like, maybe if I wipe out Key, I get added into Twitch Mania plans, but I'm not entirely sure that's how that works, Evingham. Oh, roll up, roll up, roll up. Kick out. Stomp the wrist. Off the ropes. Elbow across the chest. Oh god, fighting Sotelo on the outside. Oh, flinches him, DDTs him on the concrete. Uh-oh, Key with Joseph Anarchy. Sunset flip bomb to the concrete. Jeffrey and Key both returning to the ring. Oh, down goes Takayama. Springboard, Phoenix splash. What a standing Jeffrey, the control. Akira had to pull that off. Lord Takayama just absolutely wiped out off the ropes. Gets trampled. Knee lift, no. Into the corner. Oh, face bouncing off the turnbuckle pad, and Jeffrey putting Kirai up to the top rope. Someone needs to check on Takayama because he may be needed momentarily. It's from the top. The superplex. Oh my god, rolling through. He did the deal. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. Oh god, Key getting to his feet lethargically there. Turn around. Oh god. Atomic drops. Make it free. Oh god. Right into the corner. Tagging in Anarchy as T-Dog. This is a weird combination. But it's four of the strongest competitors in ATWE at the moment. Oh god, Anarchy. Running dropkick in the corner. And again. Double Anarch knee almost. On the apron. Oh, gets shoved off by Sotelo. Fred makes the tag. And Stagnation working together quite well. Punches him. Turns him around. Oh, got out of nowhere. Fred Liner. 1, 2. Broken up. Last possible second by Darren Murphy. Off the ropes now. And just sent running. Fred. Over the top. Playing rope-a-dope with Darren Murphy, just getting in his head. Also be Fred and Key versus Darren and Joseph at Switchermania. And oh, what a Samoa drop. Darren around the Wolverine. Here comes Kayla Turner now. Someone that's had Joseph Anarchy's number all season long here in CCW. Leg hook. This could be it. Damage from the Fred Liner. Still there, and it was really just picking at the bones. Kayla Turner. Not able to save Joseph, and that is it for episode 63 of Titans. The first loss of both Jeffrey Evingham and Darren Murphy here in CCW. There it is. After that Fred Liner, the pin did originally get broken by Murphy, but the damage was still done, and you see that Fred saying, yep, this is why we pin all the time, because the Fred Liner drops bodies. Stagnation, stand tall in your penultimate episode of Titans for Season 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Animated Kids of the Year, been yourselves. We'll catch you next time on Titans!